And some more news from the northeast. Fresh violence has now erupted in Assam's Karbi Anglong region, forcing the state government to now suspend internet services in the area. Now, the root cause of the violence is in fact a long-running dispute over land. Local tribal groups are now demanding the eviction of alleged encroachers from protected tribal grazing lands, which are known as professional grazing reserves and village grazing reserve areas. Now, the locals allege that illegal settlers, or mostly migrant communities, have now occupied land which is meant exclusively for the tribal use. Tensions, in fact, had been rising for several weeks on the ground. Several organizations were on a 15-day hunger strike. They were demanding eviction. And though the protest was called off after the government talks, anger on the ground remained unresolved. And then the situation exploded in Kironi. This is where the two opposing groups had gathered. One was pushing for eviction and another one including families whose shops were allegedly burnt in earlier violence. And then, despite prohibitory orders, the crowd swelled, leading to stone pelting from both the sides. Police had to intervene with lathi-charge and tear gas, which left at least 8 people injured, including some policemen and journalists on the ground. Protesters even set some vehicles on fire, further worsening the tensions. Officials say that the rumors of arrest and eviction drives is what triggered the panic and then retaliation, pushing the area into fresh violence. Viewers, at this point, the situation remains tense. Curfew has been imposed, additional forces have been deployed, and senior ministers are present on the ground to prevent further unrest. All right. My colleague Digjyoti Lekar joining me on this. Digjyoti, it seems that the rhetoric around the immigration is now rising in the state of Assam. We have seen the Chief Minister making a statement that if the population of immigrants now rises by 10%, it could become part of Bangladesh. Give us more details on that.
Yes, Sita, the Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, he is yesterday at Sabua, where giving financial aid to women in Falk, so that where he is giving reply to the journalist there in Sabua in Dibrugarh district, where he said that Assam, the population of Muslim population, the mostly, it's not indigenous Muslim, but the migrated Bangladeshi Muslim since 1951 onwards, or now since 1971 post-Bangladesh war onwards, the Bangladesh population is now been there capturing the economy of Assam. They're capturing the jobs, they're capturing the agriculture, they're capturing all other things in Assam. And he said that 40% population of Assam right now belongs to suspected Bangladeshi. And in coming years, even in 2028, the census report will reveal something more in this case. And Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma also said that for the last 5 years, he is also fighting for this. That is why, although he not elaborated it, but his intention is quite clear that the eviction drive that carried by the government of Assam in forest land and in PGR, BGR, where the suspected Bangladeshi are living, they have been, in last 3 years, the government of Assam, they have been evicted. So he is saying that for last 5 years, he is fighting against this because their motive is always to make Assam and Northeast India as a part of Bangladesh or Greater Islamistan. Even I still remember at that time, I'm a young journalist in 2004. There's a Greater IB report, it is Operation Pin Code, where it is revealed that the Bangladeshi extremists, the Islamist forces in the Bangladesh, they have a long-term agenda to make Assam and the Northeast, and including West Bengal, to part of Greater Islamistan. And for that, funds have been coming up from outside, even the abroad or Middle East at that time. But now the situation in Bangladesh, what is going on inside Bangladesh, we have seen that there is atrocities against Hindus, and they even targeted all the leaders, student leaders, who are carrying their some kind of movement in Bangladesh, they are saying that seven sisters, they will take away seven sisters. They want to break away the chicken neck corridor of Siliguri, that is 22 kilometer connected with with India, mainland India, with Northeast, seven sisters of Northeast India. So that kind of attitude, whatever is going on inside Bangladesh, and Chief Minister of Assam, he just replied to it strongly that the population of Assam is already 40%, and in coming years, if government is not sincere, or if the people of Assam not sincere, then they will be the majority, and the local people, local community of Assam will be minority. And now, out of 126 Assam Assembly seats, out of 126 assembly segments, if we analyze this, earlier, the minority communities used to dominate 32 to 33 seats. Now, in 2024, the government of Assam and government of India, they carried a reorganization of constituency, and where they have been reduced 23 seats to minority community. So that way, Himanta Biswa Sharma is trying to protect the people of Assam.
Right, so those are the demographic changes that we have seen not just in Assam but in several northeastern states over the past few years, which is of course has been raising concerns now. And as you mentioned, a lot of provocative statements have been made by Bangladeshi leaders about cutting the northeast off from India, which is why of course now we're seeing statements from the Indian side as well. But I also want to draw your attention, there were violent incidents reported in Karbi Anglong region. Has the situation now stabilized there? What's the scene on the ground?
Yes, it seems to this morning there is no report of any kind of fresh incident in Karbi Anglong, particularly Kheroni or West Karbi Anglong districts. But what happened, Ishita, we have analyzed this. This is a long-standing demand from the original people of Karbi Anglong. Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council was formed. It's the first autonomous council of the country of India. It was formed in 1951 to protect the tribal rights, particularly the Karbi community. And it is the largest district of Assam. And we have seen there is a, since independence onwards, there is a migration of Hindi-speaking people, particularly from Bihar. They used to come in this part, and they used to do here, particularly in this area, particularly it's called Kheroni. In Kheroni area, they used to come to migrate, and they used to cultivate can juice. And जो गन्ना कहता है, गन्ने का खेती करते थे. So that way they occupied the entire PGR and BGR land in India. So from a long time, we have seen in 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, during that even ethnic clash were happened in Karbi Anglong. And even at that time, the militants group, they targeted even the Hindi-speaking people. But later on, it is marginalized. But of late, what happened, the Supreme Court of India has decided to evict the PGR, BGR. But even the government and the Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council, led by Tuliram Ronghan, they have decided to go for eviction. Even the initial step, they have dismissed 11 Gauburas who have given land pattas, although they are not authorized to give land pattas in 6th schedule to the people who are living in the Kheroni area, in that area. Yes. But what happened of late, the people, the local people, the Karbi people, they are in hunger strike for 15 days.
Right.
And suddenly the protester, after crossing 15 days, it was a time limit they had given. The protester, they have been taken away by police. And this had given some wrong information spread. And the protester or the Karbi people, they have torched, set ablaze the original residence of Chief Executive Member Tuliram Ronghan. And we have seen in Kheroni,
so that's where the situation, I'm guessing, stands on the ground. And of course, this as a big warning has now come in from the Assam CM. Thank you, Dick Jyoti, for joining us and putting these developments into perspective for our viewers.